All right, folks. So Inktober is over, and I did every one of the prompts, but I did it. I fell behind. I think I did the first one. Anyways, I did not do it consecutively, and I did not do it every day. Life got in the way. That's always the way things go sometimes. And I kind of actually really enjoyed this falling behind kind of a deal, simply because I was going to sit down and I had to draw fast. I wanted it to. I like talking about the fact that art is language, and so I wanted basically, it to be a little bit storyish, bit, talking to you and drawing at the same time. Thought it was a bit of fun, and it worked out. So please sit back, watch the remainder. I forget where I started, but I do finish right to the end. And that, watch the remainder. If you loved it, give me a thumbs up. If you have friends and they would like it, share. Whatever it takes, right? And just, there you are. I'll see you at the end of the video. Yeah, blah. All right, folks. I have fallen way behind on Inktober. I haven't even done a video since the last one. In the last one, I made myself catch up, so that's what I'm going to do today. I am literally going to sit down here and try to do them all right up to date. So that way, I'm not behind. Well, that'll be the end of them, actually. So we'll start off with trunk. I'm going to go right away and just go, boom, like this. Hey, how you doing? I'm a little elephant. Right? And you know what's rather cool about elephants? They are the only animal, right, with four trunks. Or four trunks. Four knees. Yeah, they are the only animal that has four knees. Right? And that's why they can actually do those little odd things where they get on something on their knees. Right? It looks really cool. And that. So we have trunk. Right there, we got a nice little trunk, right? Which is also known as their nose, right? And how they pick up stuff and that, and they're very, very adept with that. So there you are. We have the trunk. Okay? All right. Now, let's get on to ragged. Now, ragged, I don't know, like an old guy, and he's got his ragged clothes, right? He's just a little old dude, and he's just he's doing his little life thing, He's just walking along. He's got a little hand, and he's got his little ragged little. Remember they used to show you people like they would be carrying a stick and a handkerchief type thing. Yeah, so this is my little ragged man, and he's just walking along, and he's got ragged pants, and a ragged jacket, and he's just ragging out, right? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so there is my ragged little fella, right? And little eyes, little nostrils, right? A little more beard. Yeah. All right. There you are. He's just the word was hobo. Unfortunately, through the years, there's been different names for people. Unfortunately, they're under a situation where things are not going well for them. So ragged clothes and stuff like that. But, life can change, right? Blunder. Oh, boy. I am stuck. I'm going to be honest. I'm stuck. We're going to skip blunder for now. I'm going to write the word down. Blunder. Okay, so I'm going to write the word down, and we're going to come back to blunder, because I can't think of anything right now. My brain doesn't say one thing. Oh, here we are. This will be for ornate. And for a lot of people, they'll be like, what the heck? But I'm going to draw this little lizard on a rock, right? And this little guy is an ornate Euromastic, which is a type of lizard. And they live in the deserts, right? Places like Morocco and stuff, like the really hot deserts. These guys will live there. And the thing is about these guys is they can do like 130 degrees and they're as happy as can be. And the ornates actually have this beautiful ornate pattern on their back. So we've got the ornate lizard here, right? And like beautiful colors, blues and greens and stuff like that, and yellows and that. They look hand painted, some of them. I swear to you, they're just absolutely gorgeous, right? And they're just a nice little guy. But yeah, they love it super, super hot, like 130 degrees, right? Insane stuff, but they'll do it. They'll just sit out there on the rocks and just be like, yeah, it's a beautiful day. Yeah, ornate. So, deal. Let's see. Deal. Well, you can, let's make a deal. Oh my gosh. That was a TV show. And, yeah, there was a show called Let's Make a Deal. And what it would be is there would be, one of the big things at the end of the show was there was 3 doors, right? So there was door 1, door 2, and door 3. And you could pick them, right? Now, what could happen is you could wind up with a car, all these kind of things. But one of the funny things was sometimes people would get a donkey, right? Like that. And it was funny. They actually stopped doing it because some people who actually won the donkey, a lot of people thought they wouldn't want the donkey. They actually wanted the donkey, right? And yeah, so there you are, right? So let's make a deal. There you are, right? That was hard. Okay, Arctic. All right. So what do we know about the Arctic? Well, there is the penguin, the emperor penguin, and these guys definitely hung out in the Arctic. And what was kind of interesting was if you had these guys, the egg, right, was actually incubated with the male generally, because what happens is the females will go out and get the food and then bring it back, but dad would be hanging out on the egg, right, and you have it like just tucked in between his legs, like just like this kind of deal. So you'd see like the egg like that, and you'd have his feet around like that. So that's what would happen. So there you are. Okay. Rival. So rival. So two people, they're rivals with each other, right? So rival would be something like, let's say we had, this guy here, right? Boom. Right. He's got an ear, and he's got big muscles, right? And he is wearing boxing gloves because he's going to be the rival of the other guy, right? And see, there we are. We got these 2 rival fighters, right? And so I need to do another guy on this side. He's got a mustache, this guy, right? But he's a rival too. He's like, I'll punch your nose, right? We're gonna box. So they are rival fighters, right? And they're gonna box each other, punch each other in the nose. Always on the nose for some reason, because it hurts when you get punched in the nose. I remember I got my nose broken. Believe it or not, actually, not fighting like mean fighting. I used to be in karate and taekwondo, and I was actually in a competition. And in that competition, I actually got my nose broken. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, okay. All right, beautiful. So, still coming back to Blunder. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So, let's see. We did Rival Blast. Oh, come on. I mean, Blast. You know, things are, you know, what a blast, man. What a blast. Oh, there was that one blast. Yeah, there was that one blast. It was kind of a big deal, right? Mr. Oppenheimer made that happen, and that. So we'll just go with that was not a great blast, but there was a blast. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Buttons. All right. Well, let's see. I'm gonna go with a bear, right? But he has only one button eye. So I'm going to go. And the bear's name is Buttons. Buttons the bear. Right? And yeah, he's just a cute little fella. Right? But Buttons lost his button eye. He's got a little round belly. There we are. Buttons. The bear. All right. Firefly. Well, kind of obvious, right? What's really cool is it is a chemical reaction, and the males do it to lure the ladies, right? So here he is, this little guy, right? He's like, dum, 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 right? And what's really cool is I actually get to see that every year because right at the side of my house, there are fireflies, and they are going looking for a girlfriend. And what happens is like I said, his bum has this chemical reaction, and he literally produces a glowy situation, right? In the dark, right? And there he is. He just shines his little butt at the girls, and they're like, "Oh yes, I like it." Rowdy. Let's see, Rowdy. Oh. All right, guys. I'm going to take a couple of minutes on this one, a little longer than the rest of these, right? So here we are. Only because this is like one of my all-time favorite movies. And it has an amazing, huge line in it that is just great. And I'm going to do it rough, so it's not going to be, you know, high detail like the movie's poster is. But what it is it was called They Live. Oh, okay. I thought it was called Them, but it was They Live, right? And anyways, Roddy Piper is in this movie. And he says one of the greatest lines. Oh, it's the best. He goes, "I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick butt. And I'm all out of bubblegum." Right? So, in the movie, what it is that if you put on these glasses, you wind up being able to see the people who are actually aliens. The bad guys, yeah. Right? And old Roddy Piper, there's a fight scene in it that's amazing, and it's Roddy Piper, and I forget the actor. I'm going to feel bad about that. But anyways, really, really good. Was the actor the guy that was also in Ghostbusters, I think. I'm not sure. But anyways, really amazing movie. You know, I'd almost watch it again, right? It just got me so thinking about it, right? But really, absolutely, nobody could have done this movie better than Roddy Piper. I'm not a wrestling person. I don't watch it. I'm not interested in it. But I gotta be honest. I was a Roddy Piper fan simply because of that movie, right? And so yeah, They Live was what it was called. I swear to you, I thought it was called Them, but no, maybe not. No. So there it is, old Roddy Piper with his eyebrow up, right? And then the movie itself. I'm gonna find out who that other actor is. Yeah, because like you seriously, guys, if you see the fight scene, they did such a good job, and I swear to you, I think they beat each other up silly on the set, right? They really went gung ho on it, right? Um, and I believe old Roddy Piper's not with us anymore. I believe he's left us, and but what a good movie! If you get a chance, watch it, right? But that's kind of the poster, right? So he's putting the glasses on, and he can see that they're aliens that are pretending they're humans, right? Yeah. So give me a second. The other actor was Keith Davis, and Keith Davis was also in another one of my all-time favorite movies, The Thing, right? Yeah, I could. If the movie The Thing comes on and there's a little blurb or something like that, I'm watching it, you know. But yeah, get a chance, watch They Live. Great movie, great movie, right? Yeah, we'll just put a little outline of that. So there's Rowdy. Yes. Okay, there you are. Next. Okay, we got the next one here is Inferno. Now it's funny actually to think about that because now my my younger days came into play here. There was a movie called Inferno. Now I'm not going to look up the actual poster, but what I remember is I think what it was they showed you like a building, right? And another building. But it was the disaster movie era, right? So there were movies like Earthquake and Mudslide or something like that. But they were all movies that were to do with disaster, right? Like, buildings and cities all being burnt up. Yeah, like Tornado, I think was another one, right? One of my favorites was Poseidon Adventure, and that was a boat, and it flips upside down, and see there was like fire of the buildings. I think that's the poster was like that. So you had that, and you had these buildings and the city burning to the ground in Inferno, starring John Vaught Clendemet, and it would be like that, right? It would have different. I don't think he was in it. What anyways. I think that. I think the one was always yes in Sense Around, and also with Ben Gazzara. He was an actor that seemed to be in a lot of those type of movies, right? And if there's something was falling down or breaking down or something was going wrong, Ben Gazzara was in it, right? So there you are. I think that's another one that I put down. All right. Well, this one here is puzzling. And puzzling, I think I got that pretty easy. I'm going to show exactly why I think certain things are quite puzzling to me, right? And this is a simple one. This is a knife. Now, if I go to spell the word knife, the first thing I have to do is add a K to it, and then an N, and then an I, and then an F, and then an E. Right? Wait a minute. Yeah, right. Knife, not knife. Right? That would be, to me, the word knife. But there's a K in the front. Llama. And there's a B in there somewhere too, yeah. So, I think I did it right. Maybe I didn't. Anyways, llama. Llama. No, it's an H, mug. That's right. Sorry, guys. This is why they call me the dyslexic artist. Lama, yeah. But LL, so it should be llama. Yeah. So, there you are. As a dyslexic person, the spelling of some things to me are puzzling. Next one, real simple, real cool. That thing that makes people add food and love it, and other people who go, oh my gosh, every time I have to cut these things, I cry. Onions, right? And, I mean, seriously, do I have to draw a really cool onion? No, onions are just onions. They're cool. Now he looks kind of like a pumpkin. But he's an onion, right? There we are. We got a nice little onion. Okay? And that's it. Onion. Right? I'm going to flip the page. And let's go for the next one, which is skeletal. Well, I don't know. Maybe just draw a skeleton? A skeleton? The skeletal remains. You hear that in TV shows all the time. We found skeletal remains, right? The skeletal remains of dinosaurs and skeletal remains. They're like dinosaurs are really cool, right? You find dinosaur remains, right? So all kinds of different types of bones to be found. Actually, in one of our videos on snakes and coffee, we were out and Josh found the skeletal remains of a deer, right? But he just found just the leg. He was freaked out. He was like, "Oh my God, check this out! It's so weird," right? And because it's a big bone, right? And skeletal remains, right? Like I said, we can find also, dinosaur skeletal remains, right? There we are. We'll do a dinosaur too, right? And the more, like the paleontologists and people like that, the more of these skeletal remains, more things they can find out about that history of time, and that. So interesting. But here's kind of a neat thing. If a tarantula sheds, it leaves back its skeletal remains, right? So tarantulas actually have their skeleton on the outside. So here we are. I'm just going to do this really rough drawing of a tarantula skeletal remains, right? But so it's all, and we'll do it like that. And then it gets all taken apart. And generally in the wild, I'm pretty sure ants and other bugs like that will actually take over and get rid of that. So skeletal remains found in the dirt. So there we are. Boom! Skeletal remains. Now, lesson. Oh, wow. So, you take lessons in art. You might take lessons, driving lessons, right? Oh, let's do that. We'll do a driving lesson, right? But we'll make it kind of fun. We'll just go like this, and then boom, boom. And then the guy that does the lesson, he's here. We'll put him in the car, right? And he's kind of right? Because the person, right, in the car that's getting the lessons, right, it didn't go well. That was a bad day for driving car lessons. I should actually sketch a lot of this stuff out first, but I don't. And then we'll go like that. So they had their hands on the wheel, right? And then she's got her hands on the wheel. And cars like this, but this part of the car is not in good shape. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna crunch this right up. Boom. And yeah, she hit a wall. They hit a wall. There you are. Right? Oops. The driver and guy's not happy. She's like, oops. Right? And the roof. There you are. Pretty rough, but lessons. Yeah. Lessons. Lesson. Yep, don't drive into a wall. It's a good lesson. Vacant. Well, of course, you would see a motel, and it's probably the sign that you would see the most, right? So we got this motel, and so if it says vacant, and then there's no vacancy, right? But if it says vacant, it means that you can actually go into the place, right? And check it out. And yeah, vacant, right? No, I missed a letter. Yep, no, here we are. Yeah, right there. Yeah, wow. You know what? Wow. Guess what, guys? Let's go back to that word that I couldn't do. Right? Where is it now? Where is it? There it is. There it is. Okay. So, for my drawing of blunder, please go to number 30. You will see a blunder. Okay? So my blunder, you go to page 30, or number 30 of the thing, and my blunder was that I actually spelled vacant wrong. As I was trying to read it, I put it as V-A-C-A-T, and then I realized that no, there's an N there, and then there's a T. And I was going to do a drawing of a hotel type thing, but you know what? No, I'm not going to, because I messed it up and I made a blunder. Haha, so blunder. Yay. And I'm at the last one, and the last one is award. And you know what the award's going to be? It is going to be for me. Yeah. First place, right? Place. Award. And I get a ribbon. Because I participated in Inktober. And anybody that does it deserves an award. Check out all the other people who do these, and some of the people who do some amazing stuff. They really go out of their way and that. But I like doing it like this because it kind of puts a little bit of pressure on me, makes me want to, sit down and draw. And it's one of those things I talk about all the time. If you can draw, even rough drawing, you could actually be able to talk to pretty much anybody in the world, because a little character or drawing can help somebody understand what's going on in your mind, even if they couldn't understand you with your language, right? But that's the greatest thing. So I'm very happy with myself. I did it. I got my award. Yay, yay. And I'm going to give myself an award by eating a piece of chocolate. Ha ha. All right, guys. So I have finished. I have done all of the prompts. So as you saw, right? I hope you enjoyed that. And at the end, it was a reward. No. What was the last one? Sorry, I actually forgot. Yes. Award. Yeah, okay. So award was the last one. And I said that I would give myself an award, and I'm going to. But before I do that, remember, be cool like a big bull moose. And always ready to pat. I'm really messing up today. Oh, come on, Paul. Try again. Anyways, here's my piece of chocolate. That is my award. That my. I love chocolate. It's one of my all-time favorite things. Yeah, see you guys. Bye.